Hi everybody, this is a video of the GEC Z9538 55 watt low pressure sodium SOX street lamp. As you can see, I thought I'd do a video of this SOX street light, and this is the lantern I got from eBay a while ago. And as you can see, it's fitted on a stand that I made from scratch last week. It's on a wooden stand, it's made into a lamp post. And as you can see on here, this is the grid switch that turns the main grid switch that turns this lamp on. So, and it's got this, it's a 2-gang one, but it's fitted with one switch and one red neon indicator under a gold brass plate. It's a Crabtree one, but the switch itself is Volex that's in the mix with that new Crabtree. So, and so as you can see, this is the lamp I got from eBay, and I washed it up. When as I got it, all rusty flurries in it and all muck and dirt. But anyway, when I took it apart, I bathed it, except the power station part because it's electricity. But to tell you a little story, I remember when I was a little boy, I had loads of these street lights in my childhood, and this street light gives me back my childhood memories. And now these street lights we've got in Sheffield now are all LED, which is not as good. So these street lights like this lit the street up a lot better than the street lights that we have now, because the ones that we have now are all LED and they're white. They don't shine as bright because they're new modern ones. So anyway, and the street lights like this it always gives back my memories, and they light the street up a lot better, especially 55 watts. So anyway guys, this is the bowl on it. So all I'm going to do now is take off this, hook this bowl off. So, oh, that's it, got it now. So I know that the bowl's hanging off. So I used to see street lights with the bowl hanging off like that before, and I thought to myself, why do they end up like that with the bowl hanging off? I just don't know. So anyway guys, what I'm going to do is hook it off. So I'll put this on here. So right, that's the bowl on here. So, and take a look at this beautiful light bulb. I know it's got a little bit of sodium inside it, the condensation of it, but that's the bulb I did on YouTube some years back, and it worked pretty well. But at least it's on the base on the side. So, sorry, excuse me burping guys. So anyway, as you can see them tornadic cathodes inside it, these electrodes, and they both shine a nice white. It sparks a white colour when it first starts up. So I know this plate, it's got all full of power stations inside it. So anyway guys, all I'm going to do now is going to take this bulb out. So, oh, and it's got this, and this is the bulb I put on YouTube. So anyway, put it in this bowl there. So as you can see underneath, you can see all the capacitor, and it's all rusted away inside. So, and it's got this these little 2 neutrals, one neutral going into the photocell socket, and the live 2. It's got 2 lives, live in, live out, but only 1 neutral going in. So, and that's the hook, yeah, the steel hook. Yeah, it's very stainless steel because it's a hook to hold that bowl in place. So, and that's the bayonet socket. So anyway, it's turned off at the socket. So all I'm going to do now is going to show you the inside part of this beautiful sodium light. So all I'm going to do, right, let's take this one out now. So right, that's one, and now this one comes undone. I'll put my foot on here to stop it wobbling. That's it, got it in now. So all I'm going to do is just take this screw off so I don't drop it. So I'll put this onto here. So all you can see now is this power tray inside, and all this you can see, that thing that says SOX, that's the igniter. And this thing that's rusty is the ballast choke, but it's rusted away. But it was like that when I bought this off eBay. It's been pre-owned before. And that's the earth wire that's earthed outside of the ballast. And this is the capacitor. And all these things are owned by GEC. I don't know what the name of the company of the well, I don't know what the name of the company is on the capacitor itself, but I know this says Thorn. It's made by, so it must have had a new igniter put in when it was being used from another city. I don't think this was from Sheffield, but I can't really take the whole lot off because it's screwed on. So I'm just going to leave it like that, show you the inside of this power station. That's all the power tray. I call it power station because it looks like a power station inside. So, and it's got blue, yeah, it's got neutral going in and got live as well. So, And it's funny enough that's been weathered, that rusty ballast still works, and it still gets hot, though it could do with being resprayed up again. So I know this lamp is fully is showing its age. It must be about 50 years old. Let's take off this photocell head and now take a good look at it. And as you can see on it, so. And it's got this beautiful silvery rainbow sticker on it. It says that the code on it is 61814, and yeah, it says 61814, and then it says on it Royce Thompson, and it's 230 volts. And look at the inside of the dome. It's got a little beautiful mechanism inside. It's all nice and green by Royce Thompson. I never know what that is. Royce Thompson did this make of this dome of this photocell head, and that one on that biggest one is for the. Yeah, that one's for the neutral, so one of them's live in, live out. So it's got the numbers on it. It's like the clock on it. It's got LO, LA, and yeah, and it's got neutral with LI, LO, and that's live in, live out, blah blah blah. And that's all it is. So anyway, guys, I'm going to put this photocell head back on. So make sure that's fully fastened on now. It's very easy to remove. I could do with a black one that makes it turn on manually. So. And you see all those things, and the terminal block on it. So, and that's the earth on it. It's onto the plate. It's been fully earthed on. So, anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is put this plate back on. So, right, I'll hold it up with this screw just to try and hold it in. So, that's it. Yeah, that one's a little bit stiff, that screw, so... Oh! Make sure it doesn't wobble. Right, let me just get that other one in, so... Right, let me just hold this tablet, so whilst I do that. So... Alright, so all I've got to do is just put this thing on, so... Oh, sorry, it's a bit windy outside, so... Right, that's going in now, so that'll hold it up. Right, so that's all it does. Right, it's going in now, so it's going in nice and tightly now, so... Right, that's one going in, so I'll put the other one in, so right, and all it's doing now is just tightening in like so. And it's got this little support thing on it. Well, I'll just show you 1 second as soon as I've tightened this together. That's it, that's as tight as it'll get, but I think that one's fluid away, that one, and put this one up a bit tighter, so... That's it. That thing in the middle, that's a support hook on it just to hold the bulb nicely in place. So that's all it is. So it just looks looks naked without the bowl and the bulb. So all I'm going to do now is put this bulb back in. So right, let's just hold it this way. So that's it. It's fitted on now. So. All I've got to do now, the last thing that needs going on now is just the lamp bowl. They call it bowl because it's like a goldfish bowl shape, but... so... Right, let me just... Oh! Hold on, it doesn't seem to want to... Hold on, let me just hold it with my other hand, so... Be a bit easier. Just put my hand on here. So that's it. Got it on now, so make sure it's fitted on nice and tightly. Right, that's it. The ball's on nice and properly. Oh, that's why it has that little curly ring. It's got that end of that hook has got the ring on it, and that's made by GEC. So anyway, guys, all you can see now, the sodium light's fully back together again. So all I'm going to do now is turn it on at the socket, and it'll be ready to fire up. So all I'm going to do now is got to turn it on just about here. Right, that's it. It's on now. So it's on at the socket. Be ready to fire up. So all I'm going to do now is turn it on. I don't know what it does. Oh, it made a great flash. But anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now, watch this light go out. So we'll start with this one on the side here. So hold on, let me just get my thing out ready. So right, all I've got to do now is turn it off. Right, here we go. Right, here we go. Wow! As you can see now, the sodium light's just fully come on. On the camera it shines a bit more reddish orange, but from my eyes it shines a bit more reddish pink. But it will take a little while, so it takes up about 5 minutes to fully warm up, so that's all it is, guys. So I thought I'd do this nice demonstration on YouTube of this beautiful GEC Z9538 lantern sodium light. That's what it is. So that's all it is. Now it does make a bit of a sizzling noise. I mean, let's just look right inside it, so as you can see. Oh yeah, and looks more nice. Looks very GEC when I look at the side of it, because I know the ones that we used to have when I lived at home. My mum and dad years ago, we had 6 of those GECs, but not the one in this, not the size of this one. The other ones that I had years ago when I was a little boy, I had 6 of them, and they were on those old gas lamp posts. And the street lights, well, 6 of them were GEC Z9480 make. I know one of those. I'd love to get one of them ones off eBay if I ever look out on eBay for one. So anyway, let's take a good look inside this. That end's gone quite orange and what have you, and that's all it is. So, and it shines a very nice, and it's shining more orangey. Well, that means it will start to flare up. So let me just take this thing off so you can hook the ball off so you can see it better. Yeah. Oh, you can see right inside. You can see all them little flickers and squiggles right along the sodium bulb. And look at that end. That end shines a very nice yellow colour. That means a bit of the orange, the yellow starting to come in. But when it starts to come in, but the rest of it's still reddish pink. And it's got that, like, the same principle as a fluorescent bulb. And once they made those SOX lights, they never tend to make it without a starter on it. They never tend to make it with a magnetic starter on it, with that you should do with fluorescent lights. But when I look at it from my eyes, it's looking more nice and yellow. Yeah, and you see that thing. But I know it doesn't always look that nice to see the ball hanging off it, so it looks a bit wasteful. But it's very, very nice. A dingy yellow colour. I couldn't get that any cleaner than that, and that's as clean as it'll get. So that's all it is. And you can see now a bit of that yellow starting to flare up. But when you come close up to it, you can hear the ballast humming inside. Funny that the ballast is rusty, but it still works pretty well. Could do with a nice fresh one just to try and extend its life and what have you. So, right, just cut this back on. Doesn't seem to want, so I've only got that one pair of hands. So I could do it with that centre finger. Let me just put this back on. That's it. Right, that's it. It's hooked right on now, so I'm going to make sure it's securely on now. It doesn't go hanging off. So anyway, guys, once again, this sodium light's the ball's fully hooked on now. It's back together again. So as you can see now, it looks like all the yellows, you see the yellow in the shadow starting to come in, and that's all it is. And it does make a bit of a humming noise. That's because the ballast activates. Well, the igniter activates the bulb. That's when it makes that hissing, squeaky noise when it starts up. But you see all that, the yellow is taking over the red part. Some bits of it, you can see it through the reflector of that bowl, because it's still shining a bit more red on the side, so you can see. You can hardly see it, but from my eyes, it's still that very end bit still look very pinkish red, but the rest of it's going into yellow. And when you look at your skin, the skin looks all nice and black and white. Yeah. So I notice in Blackpool, and when I go to Blackpool, I've hardly seen any street lights in SOX bulbs like this. Lots of them, all street lights in Blackpool tend to have like high pressure sodium, them SON ones, and metal halide, but it's a shame around Sheffield. Sheffield's got every one of the street lights all in LED and what have you, because it's a shame though, because I like all low pressure sodiums, even though they weren't quite as efficient as LED, but that's why LED's taking over, and that's all it is. So So look all around my room, it's shining more nice yellow and everything. So as I turn it on at the grid switch, it does make a bit of a flick. It flashes once when I turn it on at the switch. So, and that's it. This is red neon indicator. And it's that the switch itself that I've got my finger on. It's a Volex grid switch, but the rest of it, this part is all Crabtree, and so they put Volex and Crabtree more in the mix. And the back box is an MK back box, so I thought I'd use that. And it didn't. I know it took me his whole day to do this lamppost from scratch. So as you can see now, and I'll look right underneath it now. So as you can see, let's go around to the other end, so you can see right on that side, it's shining more, lighting up my room a very nice yellow colour. It's like being back in the olden days, a blast from the past. Yeah, so that is an automatic photocell head. The way to make it go on and off automatically, it has to point under one of these spotlights. So the photocell head, the sensor head, can catch the light from any of these lights. So it's in the direct from them ceiling lights or the skylight. So, but as you can see now, it looks like it's fully reached its full brightness and everything. Yeah. So, and it's shining very nice yellow. And there's my Crabtree extension lead. I had to use an extension lead because of that cable. Well, because it can't really reach unless if you have it closer to the wall. Yeah. So it's such a very, very, very nice sodium light. Yeah. It's funny, when I went abroad years and years ago, I hardly seen any of those SOX lights abroad every time I used to go away if I used to go abroad like Spain or even France. When I used to go to Spain or France, I used to go to a lot of these street lights were all like high pressure, well actually mercury vapor, because or high pressure sodium. But when I once went abroad, right, I used to go to Portugal with my mum and dad years ago, and we stayed in one of the hotels, and we had I saw one of them floodlights, and they had SOX bulbs like this one's got, and they yes, and they shine a nice yellow colour and showed everything black and white. And my dad, and I never knew what those lights were called. And I said to my dad, why is that light showing yellow? And he told me it's a sodium light. So we've got two different types of sodiums, low pressure sodium and high pressure sodium. High pressure sodium tends to warm up more quickly because they're more high wattaged. But low pressure sodium tends to be a little less hotter than SONs. Usually SOX lamps tend to be a bit less less red hot than SON lamps, and especially metal halide and mercury vapor. But low SOX ones tend to be a bit more warmer, but they can get a bit hotter if they've been on for too long, but they don't get hot too easily. I think the lamps like these are made to last. And everything, and you look all around my room, it looks all nice and looks very nice and bright yellow. It's like yellow as lemon when especially I looked at it from my eyes. Like on camera, when you see SOX lights on camera, they tend to look more orangey, browny colour, but from your eyes, you see it from your eyes, it shines a bit more yellow, and that's all it is. So let's hook this off again, so you can, let's take another hook off this light, just to take a look at the bulb now, to see how bright it is. Oh god, oh yeah, you can't, and I can't really look directly at it because it's very glary yellow. That's why it's got the bulb that cuts down the glare off the light. So let's take a look into it now. So as you can see, it's shining a very, very nice yellow colour, and those little silver droplets are them sodium droplets. But so, and what does this say on the bowl itself? It says on it, made in England, and it's a Z90. 83, that's what it says on it. What's the cat number on it? It says TAC. Yeah, it says Z9833. So as you can see that beautiful yellow sodium light. God, it is taking me back my memories of these beautiful SOX lights. But like I said, when I was holding the bulb itself, the bulb is the one I done on YouTube about 4 years ago. I did it in that table lamp, and it came on nice. It came on nice and perfectly okay. And there's and it's bayonet capped. These are like made for like they're made more special for street lights. You don't tend to have them in warehouse, well, in the interior of the house because of supermarkets. Because if you had it in factories like that, everything would show black and white, and people won't be able to see things colourful properly. So they like light bulbs that will shine normal colours, but it's only like sodium because they're more for like street light purposes and what have you. So, and that's the third time I've had this ball hanging off. So. Yeah, and it says on it, made in England by a GEC General Electric company and what have you. So, oof, I know that sounds quite strong to look at, I know. Here we go. Oh, I'll just hold it still. Oh, oopsie daisy. That's it. It's on now, so. Right, once again now, the ball's fully back on now, so. So as you can see now, you can still see that photocell head on top of it. You don't see any flashes inside it, but it does make a clicking noise when it first comes on or it turns off. When I turn it on at the switch or turn it on and off at the switch, you hear the photocell head clicking on it because it's clicking because it's turning on and off, and that's all it is. So, and that's all it is. So, anyway, guys, so as you can see now, the sodium, the 55-watt sodium lamp has reached its full brightness and everything. So, all I'm going to do now is turn these big lights back on now. We'll start with this one at this side. So, right, I'll turn these ones back on and show you what happens. Here we go. Right, that's it, everyone. It's back on. The lights are back on now, so you see what it does. Is it going to do? Oh. It's just going to take its time to go off. It doesn't seem like it's going to turn off, does it? Which is the best? Oh, that's it now. It's just turned itself off. It does take its time to turn itself off, but it didn't seem like it were going to turn itself off. So, well, anyway, guys, let me just put my hand over it and see what happens. Or in fact, let me just get a cap for it and see what it does if I turn it back on and see what happens. Here we go. Seem to do. Oh, as you can see, it comes back on straight away. When it comes back on instantly. It doesn't like stop off when you well, it doesn't stop off when you take it back on. It's only like sometimes sun bulbs come back on straight away because the sodium, but like mercury vapor or metal halide tends to stop off for a couple of minutes and then they reload back up. But this one comes back on straight away. Let me just oh, excuse me, burping. Let me just take this off again and see what happens. Here we go. Well, it will take its time to turn off automatically. Is it going to turn off? Oh, it has now. So let me just do that again. See if it put my cap over it. So that's all it. Hey. Yeah, it does that. When you put the cap over it, it blocks the laser beam from the photocell. It thinks, oh, it's getting dark. Right, I want to take it off, and here we go. Right, let's see what happens now. So, that's it now. It's gone out now, so that's all it is. So, it's gone off automatically now, so I'll show everyone on YouTube that the photocell head is working pretty well. So, that's all it is. So, anyway, guys, this is a video of the GEC 55-watt low-pressure sodium SOX street lamp and everything, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please comment, rate, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody.